Welcome to Mechanicy Stuff. Welcome to Mechanicy Stuff. Today's adventure is trying to sort a solution out for this scintilla vertex magneto. Had a catastrophic fucking failure. It stopped sparking. And there's no resistance in the coil, so the coil's buggered. Before we go any further, big shout out to Steve Jones. He actually noticed that the condenser connection was really bad. Thank you for that. I'm glad one of us is looking wide awake. So, what do? I think this, to be honest, I think this is why this old coil was on Fiona. I think somebody in the dim and distant past has realised that the magneto was shagged. And I've tried to put like a coil ignition system on it. Obviously, coils need a high tension lead going through the distributor cap, and Fiona doesn't have this. That's where Fiona's high tension comes. It's actually there. That's a high tension lead that comes out the coil, goes up there. Now, we did have issues with all that in the spring, and I did manage to get a spark out of it, but it's been intermittent, and I could get it to spark here, and I got an extremely weak spark at the end. It was blue, but extremely weak, so I thought, magnets want magnetising, blah, blah, blah. Nah, coil's fucked. So, I really like this, and I think it looks really nice on Fiona. So what I'm going to do, I've ordered an electronic ignition kit. Right, a few purists out there, look away now. I'm going to drill a hole below the badge here on the existing magneto and cut the existing high tension out of the coil wires. That's fucked. And I'm going to thread a, basically what would go from your coil to your HT lead. I'm going to thread that through in place of that. So then, to all intents and purposes, it will look like it's got the existing magneto ignition system, but it'd be running off electronic ignition, as I call it, witchcraft. Unless anybody else has got any other ideas, yeah? To have this rebuilt is a fortune, and I can't afford it. I fund all this myself, out of my fucking pocket money, you know? And yeah, they're supposed to be good, this, that, and the other. We had a bloody good spark out of her, and then it just stopped, you know? And I don't really want that. I want something to rely on. So, what I did, this is a Series 1 distributor. And I thought, I'll change it for a distributor ignition. And I thought, I had fucking nightmares with that with Series 1. So, I actually put electronic ignition on the Series 1. The big problem is, that's the Series 1 shaft where the distributor cap goes on. Yeah. And I thought, well, that's the right size for the electronic ignition kit, yeah? There's like a ring that goes on that, then your distributor cap goes back on the top. Problem is, that's Fiona's, and it's a lot bigger. Now, until actually the kit comes, I don't know what size. I think this is going to be too big. But you see, it has a special rotor arm like that. Yeah? Because there's no carbon brush inside. It's a solid connection. So that's basically your carbon brush. So I have to have this. Also, it's on a tapered thread. Yeah, so it's at a set height. So, until the kit comes, and I say I don't actually know what size it is. But I was looking at this and looking at that and thinking, well, could I not just cut that bugger off? Problem is, it's not on a taper, is it? It's too fucking big. And my engineering skills aren't good enough to reproduce a sleeve to taper that. So then I thought, well, I could just turn that down, rob the, turn it down, and then drill that out and put that inside that. But then, getting the fucking heights right, it's going to be a bastard nightmare. And then I looked at this again and I thought, maybe if I hold that in the lathe, when the kit comes, let's say it's, 15mm internal diameter, why not just turn that down 15mm? Because they only sit on top of them. Sits over it, yeah? So that's the way I'm heading. I might have there might be a little bit more buggering around, but that rotary arm will fit on it, and obviously the taper it'll fit on it, so it'll be the right height. So that's what I'm looking at doing. Unless any of you geniuses have got any better ideas, put it in the comments. Also, please like and subscribe. I need cheering up. All right, cheers. Bye-bye.